Just imagine you walk into a place named Waffle Factory, and when you check out the menu, you have idli, vada, dosa, upma. It is confusing, right? That is precisely how important it is to name your brand. So when you are starting a travel blog or a travel account on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or even for that matter, even if you're trying to build a business, it is very important to get your name right. Today, I'm going to be telling you tips on how to name your travel blog or your travel brand so that you can make the most and you can have something known as the brand retention, or brand recall, wherein people get to know your brand and can relate travel with your brand. So the first and foremost trick on how to name your blog would be go find a thesaurus. Seriously guys, this is the most simplest and easiest trick that can ever be found. Go find a thesaurus. You can go to Google, put in travel as your keyword, and when you hit thesaurus, you will find different names of travel that you can use in your blog. For example, my blog is named the Wander Mantra. Wander is another term used for travel. So in that way, you'll find so many words that you can mix and match to create your brand name. And put in travel as your keyword and ask for names from different languages. For example, Fernway is actually a name that relates to travel, but it's just in a different language. But that does mean that you have some sort of connection to travel, but it's just in a different language altogether. Find an apt name for travel. Like you can use a synonym or you can use a word from a different language and mix it with something else. Now that something else could be your name. For example, I'm Renita. I could talk about Renita's Travel Diaries. So that could be a good name for a blog, or you can come up with anything that relates to travel. You can include your name, you can include a quirky word, so include some words like travelophile. File as a separate word doesn't make sense, but when you do it as a suffix, it actually makes sense. For example, bibliophile is a word for people who love books, so you can use that as a suffix to your travel word and make it travelophile. But then travelophile is not grammatically right, guys. I don't even think that word exists, but for the matter of a brand, that doesn't need to make complete sense. But if people get an idea about what it is, then that's more than enough. One more way that you can use to find a travel blog is to find your niche. Travel is a niche on its own, but travel is so diluted right now, the industry, that you will have to find a niche inside a niche. So coming to that, I'll be giving you more details on finding your own niche in travel soon. But then for a matter, find out what in travel are you doing different or uniquely from the others, which will make you stand out, and your followers will know where to come to find out that particular matter only. So finding a niche within travel is very important, and finding a name that resonates with that niche is really important as well. Next, once you've finalized on your name, how else do you go about it? One quick way of knowing whether your name is taken out by someone else is to go and Google search it. Google gives you the most important websites or Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts, even YouTube channels which are named through that. So figure out how bad your competition is, because you need to know, and you should make sure you do not have any copyright problems later. So make sure you Google your new name and make sure that this is not taken anywhere else. The third thing, if you're starting a travel blog as such, would be to go and figure out whether there is a website with that name. So most of the cases, these results will be shown on Google itself, but if it is not shown on Google, the one way you can go is to go to any website host. For example, my website is hosted by GoDaddy, so you go to godaddy.com and search for your new name. Say for example, it is Renita Travel Diaries. I type it in the domain name search, and if someone else has already bought that domain, it will be known to me. There's one more reason why you need to do this, is because to figure out the price of that domain. So guys, there's one thing that you have to really know, is that price of domain varies on how easy it is to recall. So that is the most important thing that you need to know. So for example, my blog is called the Wander Mantra. Wander Mantra as on its own cost me lakhs, but by adding the word the, it is actually cheaper than compared to only using Wonder Mantra. So this is the reason why I added the without it making sense. But if you're starting out small, this is a very important trick that you need to know. So there are certain times when some bloggers take a website and then they forget about it. They've bought the website, but they have not created a website as such. The domain name is theirs. So you will have to look at a lot of these things before you start out with a name. So even check other accounts as well. For example, on Instagram, the account might not be active, but someone has already used that username. So make sure you search different social media accounts to figure out whether you can create an account in that name. Last but not the least, you should make sure that your name is easily recallable. If I keep something like Renita's Travel Diaries Book of the Best, that is such a long name to remember. It should be something quirky, it should be something which is very easy to pronounce, and then people can find your blog without trying to bang their head about what the name of your blog or your brand was. So the best way to do this is to find something simple terms. If you can keep it short, keep it short. And if you're ready to invest, make it as simple as using 2 words or 1 word, and then you have it. This is one tip that you have to remember. This is one tip that a friend of mine gave me. So once you get your name done, go to different social media accounts, be it LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, anywhere, every social media platform, even TikTok for that matter, and make sure you create accounts. Why? One, even if you don't use that account, it's necessary for you to keep that account, because in case someone else uses that account, you can never buy it back again. 2, there might be some cases wherein you find that your blog does well in this kind of platform, and when you want to venture into that, you already have a presence there, so you wouldn't have to worry about creating new accounts as well. Thank you guys for watching this short video. I hope that this was helpful. I use these tricks when I am also coming up with brand names for different websites and other companies. But brand building is a really important thing, and knowing how well your competition is doing, because SEO and algorithms right now is crazy. For a beginner to understand all about SEO, it's a little tough. By choosing a name that is really unique, you're beating all these problems at the first step itself. So if your competition is not strong, you can be a unicorn. I hope you like this video, and if you like it, please press the thumbs up button below and leave a comment if you have any other questions. And please guys, subscribe if you want more videos about traveling or building a social media platform through travel blogging. I'll be posting more videos about how things are working with my blog as well soon. Stay tuned for more, guys. Thank you.